last table beside the window waits for anyone who happens passing through. The morning sun arrives before the guests and paints the wooden surface golden new. The waitress folds the menus with great care. The coffee starts its gentle rising steam. The room is quiet in the early hour, still holding fragments of a fading dream. When the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. Some come to read and others come to think. Some simply watch the village moving by. A traveler writes a letter to a friend. An artist sketches clouds across the sky. The conversations rise and gently fade, like waves returning softly to the shore. And every guest leaves something of themselves within the room long after out the door. When the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. There is a kind of friendship built in places where strangers share the same familiar view. A recognition formed without a reason, a quiet bond between the old and new. The table asks for nothing in return. It simply offers space for life to pause. And in a world that rarely stops for anyone, that may be reason enough, because when the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. The road winds gently through the olive trees. Beneath a sky as wide as memory, the branches move beneath the summer breeze, in quiet conversation with the sea. A shepherd walks the hillside with his flock. The distant bells are carried on the air, and every turn reveals another view that seems too beautiful not to share. When the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, yet every mile feels peaceful and serene. The stone walls trace the edges of the fields. The farmers tend the ground their fathers knew. Harvest comes and goes as seasons turn, the same old cycle faithfully renewed. The swallows sweep above the dusty path, the shadows slowly lengthen through the day. And every traveler walking down this road finds one more reason not to rush away. When the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, yet every mile feels peaceful and serene. The world is often measured by achievement, by distance traveled and by things acquired. Yet roads like this suggest another meaning, a life shaped more by gratitude than desire. The olive trees have stood through many lifetimes. They ask for little more than sun and rain, and still they offer fruit and silent wisdom. Again and yet again and yet again. When the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, yet every mile feels peaceful and serene. The platform waits beneath a fading moon. The bells are silver in the early day. The lantern by the ticket booth burns low, while distant clouds are slowly blown away. A porter sweeps the dust from wooden boards, the same old task he's done for many years. The station breathes before the trains arrive, a place that gathers hopes and quiet fears. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, just simple reasons people still arrive. The whistle echoes softly through the valley. The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. The baker carries baskets down the road. The teacher walks with papers in her hand. Two children chase their shadows by the tracks, while farmers speak of weather and the land. The benches hold the stories of the years, of reunions and departures long ago. Every suitcase carries someone's dream. Every traveler has somewhere else to go. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, just simple reasons people still arrive. The whistle echoes softly through the valley. The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. There is a kind of wisdom in these places that never asked for praise or recognition. The doors remain unlocked for those arriving, and patience forms a quiet tradition. 100 different lives may cross a moment, then separate beyond the turning bend. Yet every journey leaves a trace behind it, a memory that refuses to descend. The station stands through every changing season, a witness to the stories people share. And every dawn it offers the same promise, that someone will be waiting somewhere there. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, just simple reasons people The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. The postman starts before the streets are full. His bicycle moves softly through the dawn. The baskets carry letters near and far, to places where the night has nearly gone. The shutters slowly open one by one. The village wakes beneath a golden sky, and every road he follows through the hills feels familiar as the years drift by. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle day. No grand arrival and no celebration, just quiet messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. Some letters hold good news from distant towns. Some carry photographs of growing years. Some simply share the ordinary details that somehow bring a loved one near. The postman never reads the words inside, yet understands their meaning all the same. For every letter is a bridge between the hearts that sign and speak a name. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle day. No grand arrival and no celebration, just quiet messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. There is a beauty in delivering connection, a purpose found in simple daily tasks, to bring a piece of someone else's story without expecting questions to be asked. The road may change, the weather may be different, yet still he follows every winding lane. And every sunrise finds him moving onward, through joy and loss and sunshine after rain. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. Beyond the wall, a hidden garden grows, where roses climb and ivy finds its way. The gate remains unlocked throughout the year, inviting anyone who wishes to stay. The fountain whispers softly to the birds. The sunlight dances gently through the leaves, and every path reveals another bloom, more beautiful than one first believes. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. The gardener moves slowly through the rows, with withered hands and patient, careful eyes. He tends each flower as if it were a friend, and watches every season's slow surprise. The lilies open to the warmth of day, the lavender drifts softly on the breeze, and somewhere in the branches overhead, a sparrow sings among the trees. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. There is a lesson written in the petals, a wisdom carried gently by the air. The finest things are often growing quietly, unnoticed by the hurried everywhere. The garden asks for patience and attention, and offers peace in exchange for time. A reminder that the smallest acts of tending may become something lasting and sublime. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. A lantern hangs beside the river bend. Its weathered frame has watched the seasons pass. The evening storms and bright midsummer days reflect themselves across the moving glass. The path beside the water curves away toward fields of wheat and cottages beyond. And every traveler who passes here feels somehow connected to the pond. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. The fishermen return before the dark. The swans drift slowly through the fading gold. The river carries stories to the sea, far more than any single heart can hold. The lantern waits through every passing year, a faithful witness standing by the shore. And every night it offers gentle light, the same as it has done so long before. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. Perhaps the greatest gifts are not the loudest, perhaps the truest things are rarely seen. A lantern by the river teaches patience, a steady glow between what has and been. The world may chase the bright and extraordinary, Yet wisdom often chooses quieter ways and leaves its mark through faithful repetition across 1,000 ordinary days. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. The benches wait beneath the chestnut trees. The square is washed in gentle Sunday light. The baker waves to families passing by, while children laugh and run in pure delight. The fountain sings the song it always sings, its water moving softly through the day. The village gathers without being called, as if their hearts already knew the way. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. The voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. The old men sit and speak of harvest years, the young ones dream of places yet unseen. The florist arranges blooms beside her cart, adding color to the peaceful scene. The church bell echoes gently through the air, the swallows circle high above the stone, and for a little while the world feels small, a place where nobody must stand alone. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. Voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. There is a comfort found in familiar faces, in greetings shared 100 100 times before. The understanding built through years together, the quiet trust that opens every door. The world beyond may rush and change its course, yet here the rhythm follows its own pace. And every Sunday leaves the same reminder that human kindness still has found a place. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. The voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. The clockmaker unlocks the narrow door before the town has fully come awake. 100 ticking voices fill the room, each one a path that time itself can take. The brass and wood reflect the morning sun, the pendulums continue as before, and every careful movement of his hands keeps rhythm with the town beyond the door. When the clockmaker opens in the morning, the village hears another faithful song. No grand occasion and no special warning, just hands and gears that quietly move along. The hours pass, but somehow leave a kindness inside the place where all the clocks belong. He winds the oldest pieces with great care, the same way he was taught when he was young. The workshop carries stories through the years, in every clock whose bell has ever rung. Outside the square continues with its pace. Inside the room the world is calm and small, a sanctuary built from measured time that welcomes every visitor who calls. When the clockmaker opens in the morning, the village hears another faithful song. No grand occasion and no special warning, just place where all the clocks belong. There is a lesson hidden in the ticking, a reminder that each moment has its place. The days move on, whether we watch or listen, yet every second leaves a subtle trace. And though the years continue ever onward, some things endure beyond what time can claim. The care we give to ordinary moments, and those who quietly remember every name. When the clockmaker opens in the morning, the village hears another faithful song. No grand occasion and no special warning, just hands and gears that quietly move along. The hours pass, but somehow leave a kindness inside the place where all the clocks belong. The last table beside the window waits for anyone who happens passing through. The morning sun arrives before the guests and paints the wooden surface golden new. The waitress folds the menus with great care. The coffee starts its gentle rising steam. The room is quiet in the early hour, still holding fragments of a fading dream. When the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. Some come to read and others come to think. Some simply watch the village moving by. A traveler writes a letter to a friend. An artist sketches clouds across the sky. The conversations rise and gently fade, like waves returning softly to the shore. And every guest leaves something of themselves within the room long after out the door. When the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. There is a kind of friendship built in places where strangers share the same familiar view. A recognition formed without a reason, a quiet bond between the old and new. The table asks for nothing in return. It simply offers space for life to pause. And in a world that rarely stops for anyone, that may be reason enough, because when the cafe opens in the morning, the last table is waiting by the light. No reserve sign and no expectation, just an empty chair and a welcome sight. The world outside may hurry past the window, but here the day begins in calm delight. The road winds gently through the olive trees, beneath a sky as wide as memory. The branches move beneath the summer breeze, in quiet conversation with the sea. A shepherd walks the hillside with his flock. The distant bells are carried on the air, and every turn reveals another view that seems too beautiful not to share. When the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, yet every mile feels peaceful and serene. The stone walls trace the edges of the fields. The farmers tend the ground their fathers knew. Harvest comes and goes as seasons turn, the same old cycle faithfully renewed. The swallows sweep above the dusty path, the shadows slowly lengthen through the day. And every traveler walking down this road finds one more reason not to rush away. When the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, measured by achievement, by distance traveled and by things acquired. Yet roads like this suggest another meaning, a life shaped more by gratitude than desire. The olive trees have stood through many lifetimes. They ask for little more than sun and rain, and still they offer fruit and silent wisdom. Again and yet again and yet again, when the sunlight falls across the olive branches, the countryside is glowing soft and green. No grand event and no historic moment, just simple beauty resting in the scene. The road continues farther than the eye can follow, yet every mile feels peaceful and serene. The platform waits beneath a fading moon. The rails are silver in the early day. The lantern by the ticket booth burns low, while distant clouds are slowly blown away. A porter sweeps the dust from wooden boards, the same old task he's done for many years. The station breathes before the trains arrive, a place that gathers hopes and quiet fears. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, just simple reasons people still arrive. The whistle echoes softly through the valley. The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. The baker carries baskets down the road. The teacher walks with papers in her hand. Two children chase their shadows by the tracks, while farmers speak of weather and the land. The benches hold the stories of the years, of reunions and departures long ago. Every suitcase carries someone's dream. Every traveler has somewhere else to go. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, echoes softly through the valley. The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. There is a kind of wisdom in these places that never asked for praise or recognition. The doors remain unlocked for those arriving, and patience forms a quiet tradition. 100 different lives may cross a moment, then separate beyond the turning bend. Yet every journey leaves a trace behind it, a memory that refuses to descend. The station stands through every changing season, a witness to the stories people share. And every dawn it offers the same promise, that someone will be waiting somewhere there. When the station opens for the morning, the town begins to stir and come alive. No grand event and no great celebration, just simple reasons people still arrive. The whistle echoes softly through the valley. The sunlight paints the windows gold and bright. The postman starts before the streets are full. His bicycle moves softly through the dawn. The baskets carry letters near and far, to places where the night has nearly gone. The shutters slowly open one by one. The village wakes beneath a golden sky, and every road he follows through the hills feels familiar as the years drift by. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle day. No grand arrival and no celebration, just quiet messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. Some letters hold good news from distant towns. Some carry photographs of growing years. Some simply share the ordinary details that somehow bring a loved one near. The postman never reads is a bridge between the hearts that sign and speak a name. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle day. No grand arrival and no celebration, just quiet messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. There is a beauty in delivering connection, a purpose found in simple daily tasks, to bring a piece of someone else's story without expecting questions to be asked. The road may change, the weather may be different, yet still he follows every winding lane, and every sunrise finds him moving onward through joy and loss and sunshine after rain. When the postman rides into the morning, the village greets another gentle day. No grand arrival and no celebration, just quiet messages carried on their way. 1,000 hopes folded inside envelopes, traveling farther than words can say. Beyond the wall, a hidden garden grows, where roses climb and ivy finds its way. The gate remains unlocked throughout the year, inviting anyone who wishes to stay. The fountain whispers softly to the birds, the sunlight dances gently through the leaves, and every path reveals another bloom, more beautiful than one first believes. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. The gardener moves slowly through the rows, with withered hands and patient, careful eyes. He tends each flower as if it were a friend, and watches every season's slow surprise. The lilies open to the warmth of day. The lavender drifts softly on the breeze, and somewhere in the branches overhead, a sparrow sings among the trees. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. There is a lesson written in the petals, a wisdom carried gently by the air. The finest things are often growing quietly, unnoticed by the hurried everywhere. The garden asks for patience and attention, and offers peace in exchange for time. A reminder that the smallest acts of tending may become something lasting and sublime. When the garden wakes in the morning sunlight, the colors seem to brighten every stone. No grand design and no ambitious purpose, just living things that flourish on their own. A quiet place where hearts may rest a moment and remember they are never truly alone. A lantern hangs beside the river bend. Its weathered frame has watched the seasons pass. The evening storms and bright midsummer days reflect themselves across the moving glass. The path beside the water curves away toward fields of wheat and cottages beyond. And every traveler who passes here feels somehow connected to the pond. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. fishermen return before the dark. The swans drift slowly through the fading gold. The river carries stories to the sea, far more than any single heart can hold. The lantern waits through every passing year, a faithful witness standing by the shore. And every night it offers gentle light, the same as it has done so long before. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. Perhaps the greatest gifts are not the loudest, perhaps the truest things are rarely seen. A lantern by the river teaches patience, a steady glow between what has and been. The world may chase the bright and extraordinary, yet wisdom often chooses quieter ways and leaves its mark through faithful repetition across 1,000 ordinary days. When the lantern shines beside the river, the evening settles softly on the land. No grand display and no dramatic gesture, just a quiet light that helps us understand the beauty hidden in the ordinary, the grace of simply reaching out a hand. The benches wait beneath the chestnut trees. The square is washed in gentle Sunday light. The baker waves to families passing by, while children laugh and run in pure delight. The fountain sings the song it always sings, its water moving softly through the day. The village gathers without being called, as if their hearts already knew the way. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. The voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. The old men sit and speak of harvest years, the young ones dream of places yet unseen. The florist arranges blooms beside her cart, adding color to the peaceful scene. The church bell echoes gently through the air, the swallows circle high above the stone, and for a little while the world feels small, a place where nobody must stand alone. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. The voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. There is a comfort found in familiar faces, in greetings shared 100 times before, the understanding built through years together, the quiet trust that opens every door. The world beyond may rush and change its course, yet here the rhythm follows its own pace, and every Sunday leaves the same reminder that human kindness still has found a place. When the village gathers on a Sunday morning, the square becomes a place where time stands still. No grand performance and no special ceremony, just open skies and quiet windows on the hill. The voices blend like music in the distance, a simple joy no wealth could ever fill. The clockmaker unlocks the narrow door before the town has fully come awake. 100 ticking voices fill the room, each one a path that time itself can take. The brass and wood reflect the morning sun, the pendulums continue as before, and every careful movement movement of his hands keeps rhythm with the town beyond the door. When the clockmaker opens in the morning, the village hears another faithful song. No grand occasion and no special warning, just hands and gears that quietly move along. The hours pass, but somehow leave a kindness inside the place where all the clocks belong. He winds the oldest pieces with great care, the same way he was taught when he was young. The workshop carries stories through the years, in every clock whose bell has ever rung. Outside the square continues with its pace. Inside the room the world is calm and small, a sanctuary built from measured time that welcomes every visitor who calls. When the clockmaker opens in the morning, the village hears another faithful song. No grand occasion and no special warning, just hands and gears that quietly move along. The hours pass, but somehow leave a kindness inside the place where all the clocks belong. There is a lesson hidden in the ticking, a reminder that each moment has its place. The days move on, whether we watch or listen, yet every second leaves a subtle trace. And though the years continue ever onward, some things endure beyond what time can claim. The care we give to ordinary moments, and those who quietly remember every name. When the clock may